Hello everyone, it's me again, and it's time for another thrilling edition of Comics and Cocktails, guest starring this guy. His name is Bruno.
My name is Bruno.
What'd you do with the vodka?
It's right here.
There it is.
It's right here.
Get here. Get here. This is going to be very sanitary. Observe.
Getting ready for the show.
Yep.
This is backstage stuff you're seeing.
Yep. So today, I only got like 2 comics from the comic book store to review, or to buy. So I'm not actually going to review any comics. Instead, I'm going to answer questions. And Bruno, who is an expert in not comics, is going to help.
Literally everything except comics.
Literally. He knows particle physics, quantum mechanics,
I actually got
your
my
mom.
I'm an expert in that field. PhD, in fact. I just wrote my thesis last week.
So, first question is, what are your thoughts on Giant Spider Kane? Bruno?
Giant Spider King. Well, considering I have a mild case of arachnophobia, I think he's a cool guy.
I think it's hot. So, 100% here for Giant Spider Kane. Alright, so the next question is, why is Jubilation Lee the best?
Well, I mean, if you just think about it, it's pretty obvious, I think.
Yeah. So, because, Jubilee is okay, I do know things about Jubilee, actually. Do you know anything about Jubilee?
Yeah, she can use fireworks.
It's actually, her power is she creates miniature nuclear explosions.
So fireworks.
Well, she can do fireworks, but she could also, explode people's atoms and, completely destroy them. That's why people are wrong if they say her power is useless, and you should, slap them in the face.
I only know about her from the animated X-Men series, where she made fireworks.
Well, she does make fireworks, but
I don't think she ever
it's because she, blows up atoms or something.
Did she ever actually do anything in that TV show?
I don't know, I never saw it. I know she does a lot of stuff in the comics, because she got turned into a vampire, and before that she got depowered, so she doesn't have her mutant powers.
I always found her interesting, but I never really saw much about her.
Well,
that's why I only knew about her from the animated series.
You should talk to my friend, because she will tell you literally everything about Jubilee. Yep. My friend who is Fanged Firecracker or I Make Fire in the Sky on Tumblr.
That's one of the two.
Yeah. So, plug.
You just got plugged.
Yeah, no. Give me my money for product placements. What?
What?
Okay, so next question is, are there any upcoming titles in the new Marvel Universe that you think will be good?
Yes.
I'm gonna be honest, I have no idea what's gonna happen after Secret Wars. I haven't been paying attention to the news.
Very visible war, not secret wars.
Well, I mean...
Out in the open war. World War III.
Yes. You heard it here first, folks. Marvel World War III. I don't know. I like that they're bringing Miles Morales into the mainstream Marvel universe. That's important, Bruno, by the way.
I'll take note of it.
Even though the movies are Spider-Man must be white all the time. We can only make movies about Peter Parker. It's not like there was another Spider-Man.
Off topic, I did just read that Spider-Man was definitely going to be in the new Captain America movie.
Wonderful.
Yes.
I'm actually kind of annoyed that Spider-Man's in the MCU because they're bumping back Black Panther and Captain Marvel to make a Spider-Man movie. And there's been so many Spider-Man movies lately.
Well, the whole thing is just complicated. I don't blame Marvel for what they're doing. I just... They were put in a really hard spot with Spider-Man. They really want...
I know they were. I know there were a lot of fans demanding.
They shot themselves in the foot and didn't even know it when they sold it off. But they were in a tight spot at the time when they gave Sony all the rights. So it's like...
I don't care.
I mean, ultimately...
Yeah, it must be a really tight spot for those big corporate people.
Very
so rough for them.
Marvel actually had it really hard until recently, until the MCU
Yeah.
blew up. They were very close to having a serious problem. Anyways,
They clearly weren't that close.
well, they sold the rights to one of their most popular
Yeah.
most popular and well-known superheroes to Sony of all people. So the very very paragon of all the corporations around the world.
Yep. They did that. Okay, so the next question is talk about the Ant Fam throughout the ages. And the Ant family, by the way, for those of you who don't know, is Hank Pym and like related superheroes. So tell me, Bruno, who's in the Ant family?
Yes.
Good job, Bruno.
I imagine Soldier Ant, Queen Ant, and Hank Pym.
New Marvel character, Soldier Ant and Queen Ant. Hit us up, Stanley.
I'll sell you the rights.
And then you can sell them to Sony. Only to get them back later and shoot yourself in the foot. And push back the Ant-Man movie. Because God knows nobody wants that movie right now.
Ask anybody, any normal person. Hey, have you heard about Ant-Man? Who?
Actually, a lot of people I know who aren't like into Ant-Man are excited for the movie, but all the people who are like super into Ant-Man that I know are like really violently angry about the movie because they're screwing everything up so badly.
Being a neutral party. Hey, new Marvel movie.
Yeah. Oh, and then there's a bunch of people who are like just mad that he's getting a movie instead of Black Widow, and it's like you could have more than one superhero movie in the world. Like it's entirely possible. And if it was done right, then Ant-Man should include a really awesome leading lady because of Janet Van Dyne, and also Bill Foster, who's really awesome. Gosh, stop coughing while I'm talking.
Wrong hole.
So, if done right, an Ant-Man movie should have been really good for representation if they'd done it right. But they were like, nah, we're gonna cut out everyone, including Janet, and like make the cast be mostly white guys.
Is it only white guys? I haven't seen much of the trailers.
It's pretty much only white guys. There's one lady, and there's one black guy, and there might be one Latino guy, but I'm not sure.
I feel so represented now.
Right? You got one guy.
I can.
He'll probably die.
We're all the same people, so I feel like I can connect with them.
Oh, okay, that's good.
Yeah. We all just, all Hispanic people are the same. We all have the same thoughts. We all have the same emotions. So, just that one guy.
There you go.
We're the same. We're like brothers already.
There you go.
I can already feel the multiculturalness.
Multiculturalness. The multiculturalist is so the actual Ant-Man family. It includes, Hank Pym started it.
Hank Pimp.
And then Janet Van Dyne was better at it.
Dick Van Dyne's lesser-known sister. It's a joke.
Get out of my life. You're banned from my show. And then you had Scott Lang, who's just copying Hank. And then you had Cassie, who was just like, cool. Oh, and then you have Bill Foster, who actually came before Scott Lang. And he actually did this pretty much the same thing Hank did, but better, because only without the ants. Because he actually like stabilized-ish one of the formulas of Pym particles, but then it wasn't quite that stable, so they had to like stabilize it again. And Pym particles will fuck you up. Don't ever mess with them.
I don't know what you're talking about. I just take baths in like Pym particles. They're chill in Pym particles.
Well, that explains a lot.
That's why I'm so cool.
Well, Pym particles are actually like part of the reason why Hank is so crazy.
They fuck with his mind.
Apparently. Allegedly, PIM particles were, like, part of the reason why he developed DID. So, how does that work? It didn't give anybody else who's ever used penis
particles.
Didn't affect anybody else who used PIM particles ever as negatively as it affected Hank. So he was probably just, like, allergic to PIM particles. But, yeah. Because it made him crazy, and it almost gave him heart attacks, like, 50 times. And it was terrible.
So he had a good time.
Yeah. And then, okay, real quick, let me, like...
Drinking nondescript vodka, by the way.
Nondescript vodka. This is definitely not product placement.
This could be your product.
I'm trying not to lose my glasses because I keep wanting to fall off because they're broken. Okay, let me just real quick, like, try to list all the all the Ant family members. So I got Hank, Jan, Scott, Bill, Cassie, Yellow Jacket, who is different from Hank, Rita Damara.
Wait, Yellow Jacket was also part of the...
Yeah, Yellow Jacket was part of the Ant family. Not all of them are ants.
Okay.
Oh, Clint Barton.
Shrink.
Well, some of them grow.
Well, yeah, yeah.
Clint Barton, because he went by Goliath for a while. Shit. I should know this better, even though I'm drunk. Tom Foster. I don't even know who I've named anymore. Eric O'Grady. I feel like there should be more girls in the Ant family. Technically, what?
White guy, white guy.
Yeah, that guy. He's in there too. Technically, Humberto Lopez, aka Reptile. Oh yeah, we get another Latino guy. Technically, he counts as part of the Ant family because he uses PIM particles, and he was trained by Hank, and he turns into dinosaurs. So.
He turns into dinosaurs.
Yes, any dinosaur.
PIM particles again.
Well, originally he could just turn, like, parts of him into dinosaurs because of the conservation of mass, but then they, like, give him PIM particles so he can turn full dino, and then at first he loses control, but then he learns to control the dinos, and yeah, he's really badass.
So he's a less badass Beast Boy.
No, he's pretty much as badass as Beast Boy because he can turn into any dinosaur.
Ooh.
And some prehistoric bugs. Oh, Maria Travalla technically counts as part of the Ant family, even though she's dead. So, she's awesome. Yeah.
Rest in peace.
Yep.
When are they going to bring her back?
No. She got death by origin story. They don't come back.
Oh, that sucks.
Right? But Maria Travalla was actually a Hungarian freedom fighter. And she was Hank's first wife.
Oh.
And then they got married, and they were like, oh, well, now that you're an American citizen, the Hungarian police won't care at all that you were, like, fighting their government a few months ago. So they went on their honeymoon to Hungary, and this Hungarian secret police were, like, waiting for the plane to land, and as soon as Hank and Maria walked out of the airport, they were like, we kill you, Maria. And then Hank went, like, crazy looking for her, because he got knocked out. He didn't actually see her get killed. He went, like, crazy looking for her throughout Hungary, until they were like, okay, you need to chill the fuck out, you crazy American. And they put him in jail, and then shipped his ass back to America. And then he was like, woe is me. And then he became Ant-Man to protect people. And also because one time Maria quoted a Bible verse at him that involved ants. So he was like, ants, man.
Ants, man.
Ants. You know what, man? I've got an idea.
Ants. Something about ants, man. I need to think of a name for ants, man. I have nothing.
The human ant.
The bipedal ant.
The quadrupedal ant, because you've technically got like 4 limbs.
But you walk on 2.
Yeah, but I mean,
That's what bipedal means.
I know.
Walking onto.
Well, he could like crawl around like.
I mean, have you tried crawling around?
I have, but like the one Titan in Attack on Titans, because I've seen an episode where one of them like crawls around.
Oh yeah.
Like all crazy.
Unforced. Yeah.
Yeah. He could be that Titan.
Suddenly we went from comics to manga. Flawlessly.
Flawlessly. It was super flawless transition. Anyway, well, I'm trying to think if I forgot any. I probably forgot several members of the Ant family, because the thing about Hank and Jan is they've influenced like so many. Oh, I forgot like the entire like robot branch of the Ant family.
Really?
Yeah, because there's Ultron, and then there's Jocasta, and then there's Vision, and then there's Alchema, and then there's Vision 2.0, and then there's Victor Mancha, who's another Latino. So you get two of them. Aren't you so happy? You're so represented.
The Visions and Ultron count as part of being at the Ant.
Yeah.
They're just I thought it just included.
Hank is Ultron's dad.
Well, I know that. I mean,
so he's part of the Ant family.
So it includes anybody who is any way connected to Ant-Man.
It includes basically anybody who
was
like
directly affected by Ant-Man.
Anyone who like Hank made into a superhero, or uses Hank's inventions to be a superhero, or is directly related to Hank, basically is the Ant family. Oh, so technically William Grant, who's Tigra's little baby kitten, is also in the Ant family.
Fantastic.
Yep.
I mean, there's worse things. Have you heard of the Bat Cow?
The what?
The Bat Cow.
Oh yeah, that was in the Lego thing.
No, besides Lego, that's actually a comic where Batman.
Of course it is.
Batman makes a cow.
That's good. I approve.
Bat Cow.
On that note, I'm going to go ahead and end this video because it's getting long. So I'll see you all next week. Bruno will be here whenever he's here. And bye. Say goodbye, Bruno.
Bye, Bruno.